Yo, yo, yo. Here we are. 12 Notes Podcast.
12 Notes.
I'm your host, PD Beats.
Groov, GROOV. Looking out the
Well, appreciate you coming.
Shout out to Rob, too. Cheers, salute.
Shout out to the producer of the episode. We're gonna get into it. So how long you been doing this music thing?
I think it's been on and off probably like 7 years now. So I'm 24. I started doing like 17, 16. I mean, I really started writing like when I was like 9. So my pops used to make music. Big homie Rob's, Cypher, RIP Cypher. Just kind of picked up on it. My homie was doing beats, but he was like really DJing and shit like that. And I was telling, it was just kind of like, yeah, I like making music, I like to rap and shit like that.
Yeah.
It was just kind of freestyling shit. Little by little, it just kind of caught traction. I made one song, that shit kind of blew up like overnight. And it's kind of just like pushed me like, okay, if I'm getting some traction over here, might as well keep trying it.
Right.
But music been a part of my life for a minute, dog. Like, my mom used to listen to like alternative, oldies. I used to listen to rap, hip hop.
Yeah, so you just grew up on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about you?
Same. My parents just always playing music in the house, and I got older brothers too. So.
Okay. You the youngest?
No, I'm the middle.
Middle child.
Yeah. But
so I'm the oldest. I got 2 younger sisters.
Yeah, that's a different mentality there.
You know, you become the older one, you kind of just try to lead the way.
Yeah.
How you kind of lead the process, you know, kind of just level up, set up the bar. Wherever they want to take it, they take it. You feel me? It was kind of different because I was raised by my mom. Most of the part, Pops was right there being an influential stance. But it's like being around a lot of women, you kind of just grow, you know? You kind of try to put a factor in there as a man. So raising up and like leading the path for 2 girls made you into a different type of, you know, you kind of just lead into a different role.
Alright. How do you think that affects your music? Like,
I think it's cool. I think you need that feminine energy. You know what I mean? I think you need to be able to process what's going on with a man culture and a feminine culture. Kind of just divide that and let you be you like that.
Right. Yeah. So when you said you started at 16?
I started recording when I was 16. I started writing some shit. I performed like in my birthday, 10 years old and shit.
Oh shit.
My own written song, but I've been writing my shit since for a minute, dog.
Yeah.
So yeah, with 16, yeah, started going to the studio, checking it out. I would write hella, bro. I used to be into poetry a lot. So by that, take it in the studios, be like, how do I make this into a song? That's how the process would go. So I think as I recorded later on in the years, my process would be different. Beginning, I'll just write it down, have a beat, kind of just go at it. Now I kind of just layer it down like a puzzle.
So you don't write anymore?
Some of it, yeah.
Okay.
It depends. Like, I might hear a beat one time, start writing to it. I might hear a beat, start freestyling to it, and lay something down.
Yeah. Both. I like to write. Yeah. It's just more comfortable that way.
It's easy, yeah.
For me.
For me, I like a lot of the sonics of music. So like, if I could hear it a certain way, I'd want the music to come out a certain way. You know?
Right.
For other songs, I bet for a lot of boom bap or old school type shit, I like to write, sit down and like articulate a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope. So your flow is kind of like, I don't even know what they call it. It's just like a lazy, like not really.
It's just it's monotone, like kind of just comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I mean, a lot more people like rap like that now. They don't have like a name for it.
Nah, to be honest, I think it just stems from like how you want to project your voice and how you want to make a song sound.
Yeah. So I mean, I know you got like Draco, and then like
R.I.P. Draco. That's some crazy shit too. And I think that was like at the height of everything going on. Like, you heard this, something happened over here, something happened over here. It's like, you know. Yeah. Out in the city, you gotta be careful though.
For sure. Yeah, it's Did you always rap like that, or were you more?
I think after I mellowed down a little bit, I think after life, like, for me, when I make projects or when I record or make music, I have to let life happen to me. So after a while, it would be like, And I was very aggressive early on. Like I like screaming into a mic, like portraying my voice out there. And then after I calmed down a little bit, it's like, alright, I could just be mellow on the track. You know? I don't have to be so violent and so fucking project my shit out this time, you know?
I think it was the same way. So was Rob's though. I remember that his earlier shit. He was more
shit, bro. 818 hoes and shit. I grew up on Rob's, dog. My prostitute's right there. That's local, bro.
Yeah.
83 big sites.
Yeah. I think when you get older, you just calm down more, and it's more like a.
It's a speech thing. It's like if you're talking and you want to project something out, it's like the power of the tongue. You know, voice is it's strong. So whatever you kind of portray out it's kind of like a resonance of you. You know?
That's dope. So you record your own shit? You got a home studio or what?
I got a home setup.
Yeah.
Me and my boy, my neighbor, we kind of just like. Bro, back in the days, we used to like make a rock band and shit like that. You know, stuff like that. But as we grew older, you kind of just peep game. You said, oh, he's making music. I want to learn how to produce, learn how to DJ. So we got a booth set up at his crib and a booth set up at mine.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But it's cool. It's like, if I got an idea and I want to lace it down, it's easier to just kind of set up my shit, get in the corner, write a little bit, just lay it down. It might even be a reference track and then use it later when I actually get it down. You know?
Yeah, I think it's good to have the home set up because you said like the influence can spark any time. And you could just get up and
because most of my best ideas dog come when I'm like not even trying or when it just kind of comes and hits you. You know? If I feel like when I put too much pressure on something and want something to sound away, it's never gonna happen like that.
You don't like doing that?
I mean, I like the pressure of it, but I like when. For me, like sometimes it's like something just hits me.
Yeah.
Just, you know, you gotta catch it when it comes to you.
Yeah.
Gotta let that shit fly.
Yeah. Instead of trying to force it. Yeah. I've been trying lately more to try to force it. Just to. I don't know, cause I feel like it's in you, right? Like you can rap and you know what you can do. So
I think that's the hardest part because you try to dig it out. You know what I mean? It's like you know everything about you. You know how you could let it come out. Yeah. But then when you kind of like forcing it, like I want it to be like this, you're putting too much pressure on the idea itself, and you don't focus on the surroundings of it. Because every idea has a basis, and it's everything around it that makes it full. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you got to be able to think about the basis and everything else around it, instead of just the main focus on itself. Like, damn, I want this, I want this, I want this. It's like having a tunnel vision with it. That's really good, you know?
Right. I just feel like trying to push myself past it. I just keep going, keep trying and trying.
That's what I'm seeing now too, because
until you get it.
Since the last time I dropped a project, it's about a year.
Oh yeah.
I only work on singles and shit like that. For the past 6 months, I was working on shows. For me, I don't know what your process is like, but I like to get in the zone where I gotta remember all my shit. I gotta perform it all. I gotta, kind of go right back to my catalog. And when I'm ready to work on an album or work on a mixtape, a song, something like that, I get into another zone. And I'm like, okay, let me let life happen. Let me get right to it. Yeah. And then just let it come.
So when you perform with your same voice level? Or you get louder?
Nah, I get louder. I like having fun when I perform. I think that's the best part, low key.
Yeah.
I just kind of enjoy myself. I feel like that's what you make music for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like for when I make songs, it's like I like the sounding of it. I like how this sounds. I like saying some shit. But when I perform, I gotta be able to express myself, let that shit out.
Yeah. I feel you. So when you're making a song, do you like think about how you're gonna perform it, or like also like how the video can be? Like thinking ahead of the actual song.
When I make music, I think it's more of what I'm hearing at the moment.
Right.
Or at the moment, it's a moment thing.
Yeah.
Except when I perform, some of it might be in moment, because when you get up on stage, it's a whole different thing. When you gotta interact with people, it's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
But before that, you hear the music, like, okay, this sounds good. I feel like I do an ad-lib track of it, because I like my music playing in the background when I perform.
Okay.
So I'm kind of like hyping it up.
Okay. Yeah, I get you.
I guess that's how you emphasize the song a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's just all about like your presence and your
presence is key though.
Yeah.
Whether you get in a job whether you performing, whether you out here talking to your homies and shit like that, it's present.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how you make value to yourself.
Yeah. Like, shit, I'm out here. This is me.
Exactly. You always been around the valley?
Yeah, I grew up in Pacoima.
Okay. I'm a Panorama City boy.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've lived in Panorama a few times.
I bounced back. I bounced from Sylmore, stayed out here in NoHo, some valley. So all like around this area.
Yeah,
so
same area. Yeah. Never.
Panorama City, Van Nuys, always been home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've lived like in Reseda, Tarzana, freaking right here in NoHo.
Is you right?
Yeah, this is my first spot I ever had on my own. But
That's cool. Like, you got a sanctuary.
yeah.
You need some space to just kick it, chilling.
Yeah, yeah. This is like, it's like weird because like you need a foundation to like really start doing shit, right?
Foundation.
So I haven't had that in a long time, but I've had all these ideas that I wanted to do, like this podcast. I've wanted to do this maybe like 5 years ago,
Okay.
but I didn't have the space. I didn't have like just foundation, a place to like, oh, this is my home. You know what I mean? That being on your mind all the time, it just stops you from doing certain shit.
That too is like, and then yeah, foundation is key, bro, because you need something to surround yourself where you feel not comfortable, but you feel settled.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
But yeah, you gotta be in a space to where you can't let up, you can't let shit stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a balance. Everybody got the ways, you know.
Yeah.
It's about how you keep it managed in the middle. That's how you kind of just progress, you know.
Do you feel like you do good making music? Like, do you turn your negatives into positives type shit?
You know what I noticed is I have to feel all the negatives to make it positive. Like I have to feel everything from the top to bottom that hurt me, that made me feel away. I gotta get emotional and shit like that to make me kind of stand out and kind of branch out from it. You know what I mean? I gotta hit ground zero to be able to come up.
Right.
I feel like that's how I work. It's not the healthiest way, but that's how I do it.
Yeah, for me, I have to be in a good mood to make music.
I feel that.
I don't know why.
I feel, for me, it's everywhere, bro. It's like, how am I able to express myself in the moment? Because I like making music regardless of how I'm feeling. Like, if I'm feeling a certain way, I'll express that out in a track. Or even an instrumental will make me feel away, you know?
Yeah.
Or I can paint a picture in my head that expresses what happened or how I felt in the moment.
Yeah.
It's all about moments. It's all about feelings and shit.
For sure. You get writer's block a lot? Yeah.
I get creative block. But that's the thing, is like, I like being able to work on art, period. I feel like everybody's an artist. If I get stuck on music, I'll go try to make a beat. If I get stuck on that, I'll go make some clothing.
Right.
Some pieces. My last 2 pieces were fucking an NFT art piece and a fucking umbrella, bro.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Just kind of get the creative juices flowing and just...
So you into the NFT shit?
I'm trying to, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not too fond of it, but I feel like I work best when I kind of just step my foot in and learn from that, like that, you know?
Yeah, hands-on learning and
I'm a
stuff.
visual learner.
Right. Yeah, I think that's best. Especially with art shit. Now you can sit there and...
I'm trying to figure it out, because even the music game, bro, is like, how do you expand yourself as an artist? How do you make money revenue off it? You know? If I could sell an album and put it as an NFT or sell it as something like that, not even be physical, but it could be online, and sell it like that, you make value to it as a piece. So like, I could sell an album and say, oh, this is what the worth is, and people just kind of follow up on it. You can make the worth for yourself, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you into crypto?
Nah.
It's just digital currency, dog.
Yeah.
Like, it's like everything's digits. You use your credit card, it's a digit.
Yeah.
That adds value to a digit. So basically, as the digits increase, the volume of it increases, the price of it increases, everything just kind of goes up. But that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah. They basically like setting your own price to your art.
Yeah. I think that's what everybody should do. I feel like a lot of people hold their standards too low.
Right. I feel like, yeah, like why does every album cost the same?
You go on iTunes, $9.99.
All albums, like,
$8.99.
no matter how good it is, and no matter how trash it is.
Man, one thing I took to heart was Nipsey selling his mixtape for $100.
Right.
Jay-Z copying like thousands of albums and that shit, you know?
Yeah.
That made it stand out to me. Like, if he can make his price that way just because of what he feels, I'm going through trials and tribulations to make this damn mixtape. This song took me fucking 2 months to make. You feel me? I add value to it like that.
I think his music is so like unappreciated. Like,
I think that's the culture of a lot, bro. Cause,
easy access too.
The internet gives easy access to a lot of shit.
Right.
So it makes everything so like it's a moment thing. Like everything just fades away. It's here for 1 week and it's out.
Right.
I think a lot of it that goes into it is how can you make this last long, you know?
It's got to be good.
And it's got to be straight from your soul, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a very soulful person, spiritual person. So I feel like anything I let out, it has to come from my heart, not from my head, you know?
Yeah, I've been into that lately, like trying to make timeless music, shit that's like.
And that's kind of how I'm going to. Like when it comes to you, you just kind of gotta let it fly.
Yeah.
That's when timeless comes, because it's when everything you do is like just natural. You know, anything natural is gonna flourish.
Yeah. I just feel like a lot, like lately, a lot of music is just like the moment.
And that's because a lot of people are fine with following the lead. Like you gotta be able to branch out, be original, you know, kind of make something that's close to you, and let that out. Like how are people gonna resonate with you if what you're putting out is not you, you know?
Right. Yeah. So you working on like a project, or you just focus on singles?
Right now I'm trying to get I'd say an album, but probably a mixtape out, a demo. It's gonna be called Only God Knows Why.
Oh shit.
Gonna be 12 tracks for the 12 disciples, some shit like that. This is groundwork though, a lot of writing, a lot of listening to instrumentals, a lot of just building a foundation, like you said, kind of just getting ready for it to come. So I was aiming for April, but it's looking like probably middle of the year.
You going for a certain sound?
I'm actually going for a lot of sounds. Cause I made house music before. I made rap, hip hop, little alternative, some shit like that. I like rock.
Yeah.
So some of those influences all into one. That's what make it feel good for me.
Okay. So you trying
to branch out. Just trying to be. I mean, what name 5 albums that are, I don't know, your favorite?
My favorite?
Yeah.
Like of all time?
Could be any genre.
I only mostly listen to rap, so I'd say like Ice Cube, War and Peace, E40 in a major way, Tupac, All Eyes on Me.
That's a classic.
Eminem, The Eminem Show.
West Coast sound, though. Yeah, Eminem, man. You saw the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I think his prime years were probably like 99 to 02. I think my favorite verse of him is What's the Difference. I think 2001 is a crazy ass album.
You say What's the Difference?
Yeah.
I think Exhibit bodied it.
Hey, Exhibit, they go crazy there. All right in front. But that whole album, that shit changed me too. So I would go with that shit all the time.
Yeah.
My pops would go with that shit all the time. That shit, anytime I listen to it, it just brings me back flashbacks.
Yeah.
I like Get Rich or Die Trying.
Sure.
I like Kanye 808s and Heartbreaks, which is kind of just a different sound, but that's just sonically. That was the first CD I bought, bro.
Oh shit.
It was first time I heard it, I was expecting some hip hop, some rap, but that shit was just like
all the
fucking house music, all the tune, all that shit. But I mean, that shit sounded good to me, dog. I was like, I like this shit.
Yeah. You like Kid Cudi?
Kid Cudi's cool.
Yeah.
A lot of that sound in that album was Kid Cudi too.
Right. He wrote a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a clip of Kid Cudi performing Heartless, like his own version of it.
I think that was his whole song, low key.
Right, before he gave it to Kanye.
So I used to work at the Hollywood Bowl right here on Highland and shit. And they had the 808s and Heartbreaks concert. And I remember seeing Kid Cudi in the back too. I seen that whole performance top to bottom. That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
See, I like a lot of artistic shit from Ye. I think a lot of the shit he would do is a very thoughtful, bro. You know, because the whole process goes behind it. From the music to the performances to even the clothing he does. It might be simple, but it's an image behind it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's the one thing I respect about Kanye. Is like he's always doing something different, trying to push the art in a different way instead of doing the same shit over and over.
Yeah. He branched out, got U2 on his music, got Paul McCartney. I'm a big Beatles fan.
Yeah.
So seeing shit like that is like, damn, you could expand. That shit made me think like I could have pop artists, rock artists, fucking house artists on my music, and it won't shit.
Yeah. You like Vince Staples?
I like Vince Staples. His last album, Vince Staples.
Yeah.
That shit hard, bro. That shit hard.
You heard the Big Fish theory?
Big Fish is cool.
Yeah, that's very like electronic dance music and shit like that.
I like, this last album, low-key, I think from the instrumentals to the verses and the hooks, all that shit goes crazy.
Yeah, I like him because he's different. Like,
he's different. He's a cool guy. I fuck with him, but personally, like from what I see from him, it's genuine, you know?
Yeah.
And he's a funny guy to do too.
Yeah.
I kind of see some interviews and shit.
Yeah, his music is like, it's original, you know? Especially from the West, like he doesn't really follow that West Coast. Yeah. But so who else do you listen to?
Who else I listen to? I listen to a lot, bro. I think growing up, my mom would listen to a lot of Red Hot Chili Peppers, Branson Wood, some oldies, some shit like that. My pops would listen to a lot of rap, Snoop, Dre, Pac, Biggie. Even now, I think it wasn't until like middle school where I branched out and started listening to Foo Fighters, Led Zeppelin, and shit like that. High school was just everywhere, bro. I just started tuning in. SoundCloud was out. Fucking YouTube was there. I would just be listening to hella shit. I was like, this shit sounds good.
Yeah.
Anything that sounds good to me, I listen to. You know?
What's your last favorite album?
My last favorite album? I think Earl Sweatshirt just dropped the album like a couple weeks ago. That was pretty hard. I've been playing that shit on replay. Another one. I'm trying to think. I can't even get one on top of my head. That's just one I've been bumping a lot lately.
Yeah.
But
so you still like listen to albums like that, right?
Yeah. Top to bottom, bro. I gotta listen to them like 2 times. Actually, I like that J. Cole album last year. That shit sounds good. See, a lot of these albums, I attach them to something. Like me and my family went on a vacation in Hawaii, and he dropped that album on that time. So I was just bumping that shit. Fucking fell asleep. Second story, looking at the beach. That shit therapeutic.
That's what's up. Yeah, cause I know. I mean, they say like people don't listen to albums anymore.
It's because I think a lot of people like to skim through and kind of get a preview of it. I like to sit down, play 1 through whatever, how many tracks are in there, do my bases. I'll download the songs that I like off the first listen, play back, boom, I like this song now, boom, add it into it. So by the time my third listen is over, I have like 7 out of 11 songs saved. Yeah. I like those, you know?
Yeah. 7 out of 11, that's a good album.
That's a J. Cole. Some shit like that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, some albums you gotta listen to a lot. Cause for me, I listen to some music and I'll be like, oh, this is cool. Then pops into my timeline or some shit like a couple weeks later. I'm like, damn, I didn't hear this one. I didn't like this one before, but I like it now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I remember the first time I heard Kendrick.
Kendrick's crazy. To this day, is like, I think what I like about him is he's unpredictable.
Yeah.
As far as like verses and like sounding of it, it's crazy.
Yeah, the first time I heard him, I think Section 80 was the first album I heard. And
that Rigor Mortis, I remember seeing that shit, that first video.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. Like, this motherfucker going like this, like that, like that.
Yeah. Yeah, off top, like, I didn't really like it. Like, I wasn't. But yeah, like off top, it didn't hit me.
Yeah.
And after a few more listens,
it grows onto you.
Yeah, I was like, this shit fire.
Yeah.
Because it was different, especially for the time. And him being from Compton, like, it's unexpected.
That's what I like too, but he has a lot of rock influences in there too.
Yeah.
Like, he has a lot of...
Yeah.
One thing I do like to do is, like, watch performances of certain things. Like, I remember seeing him at the, I think it was the Grammys. That shit was crazy. Even seeing Tyler Creator performing, some of this would be crazy. So even shit, I just watched Up in Smoke tour like 2 weeks ago, bro. That shit goes.
It's classic.
That's prime Eminem, prime Dr. Dre, and shit
Yeah.
like that. Like, I can watch that shit all day.
Yeah. Exhibit. Ice Cube. She ain't never gonna get that again.
Man,
What do you think is like the, like what would be that now?
that now. You know what I think? I think a lot of it was vulgar back in the days. I don't think a lot of that shit slides nowadays. I think a lot of people are sensitive to it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, shit like that. Like, if you really listen to it, they talking about this, that, bitches, that. You feel me? Like, I mean, I'm keen to it, bro. I fuck with it. A lot of people nowadays gonna be like, nah, that shit don't slide. That's just society today, dog.
Yeah.
Very sensitive. Very, like, just try to keep shit to a pulse. Like, want their kids to grow up a certain way, but
Right.
just gotta be honest, bro. You know, a lot of shit is honest. Like, if you think about it, them motherfuckers were living that real day. Having house parties, having naked women running around, this, that. For me, like, that's just regular life for them. Just because you're not, you know, observing it like they are, but it's kind of hard to kind of put a placement on it. Like, I don't know who's doing that right now. That was some other shit too, though, because you gotta think, like, Dr. Dre originated the sound of the West Coast, and he originated being a producer and having these rappers come up on it. It's like a how you say it? This is having a lot of rappers come in here, having a certain sound, putting that shit out. But maybe Ye. You watched his Donda too yesterday?
No.
Nah, that shit pretty hard.
Yeah.
I come with the sounding of it, yeah. I think shit like that, like cause he's a producer. He said, I'm gonna have certain artists come up on this, do their little thing, boom, finalize it, send it off.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as that goes, I think just with Dre, it was just a lot of like, I like fucking women, like drinking, I like doing that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But you can't knock him off, he's top 5 producer all time.
For sure. I think, once you get to that level, like where Dre is and like with Kanye, where they do like just pick like either musicians or like artists and just put them on. That's what I'm saying.
Be on a
yeah,
you know,
you could just put piece shit together.
Like while I was watching, I seen you know Jack Harlow. You find out Jack Harlow? He's cool. I seen a scene where he's rapping his verse, and then towards the end of it, you go see, and you kind of see him out like, "Thank you, bro, thank you." Like, you know, you got that access to do something on that stage, you're gonna take advantage of it. You know,
for sure. You've been watching the documentary for Kanye?
Yeah, I just finished episode 2 before I got here.
It came out today.
This was hard as fuck.
Hard, bro. That shit inspires me like a bitch.
Yeah. I've been busy.
It kind of takes you on it's like, because I look at my process too, I just don't got a camera on me all the time.
Yeah.
You know? Very similar. I see a lot of me and him, not to like throw myself into that
For
like
sure.
that.
I think everybody's like...
The scene where that fool's fucking recording himself at the chair, that should give me the chills.
You feel me? Like, it's just you tap into it, like, damn, I was just doing this shit last week.
Yeah.
Same shit, just looking at the progress and the whole process of it is like you trying to build something.
Yeah, because I mean, we all know where he is now.
Yeah.
Like, he's the biggest.
And you see how a lot of people be denying him,
right?
Not seeing the vision like he does,
right?
And only you know what you're capable of.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel like that's how everybody feels.
Yeah.
Like,
so seeing some shit like that is like it brings a lot of hope and a lot of like confidence into your own shit.
Yeah. But some people do actually suck and they don't need to be.
That too, dog. That too. There's a lot of people overly confident on it,
Right.
But I mean, you can't knock nobody's hustle.
Yeah.
Shit.
For sure.
Sometimes I gotta question my own shit, but at the same time, I be thinking I'm hard as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody touching my shit.
Yeah.
That's how you gotta think.
It's part of being an artist. Yeah. You get insecure sometimes, and like.
You gotta go back and kind of listen to it over again. A lot of what I do is I listen to how it sounds, listen to what I be saying, listen to how this hits right here, listen to how this runs right here, just like that. It's all music at the end of the day, you know what I mean? That's why I don't like just focusing on the music, because I feel like if I put all my creative juices into that, then I start losing shit like this, that, little thump, you know?
Yeah, the Kanye shit, like, I don't know, when I seen it, it's like I just wanted to be in the studio right away.
Low key, though, because I seen that shit too. I went to the studio with my girl last week, put that shit on the TV, started recording right after that.
Yeah.
To say less.
Yeah, shit like that, like, even movies, like Hustle and Flow. I remember
Hustle
the first
Flow,
time I
shit.
seen that shit. Shit inspired me.
What's your favorite hip hop movie?
My favorite hip hop movie?
Yeah. I think Get Rich or Die Trying or 8 Mile right up there. Even Paid in Full was pretty hard.
I gotta say 8 Mile.
8 Miles. Oh yeah.
So they were like, even the soundtrack, like everything is just straight hip hop, like crazy.
It takes you to the shelter and shit. You see
Right.
rap battles. You like a lot of battle rap?
I used to,
Yeah.
but I've kind of, it hasn't really been hitting
I
me.
think it's cool. It's like the more you pay attention to it, the more you see the creative shit behind it. You know,
Yeah.
and the shit you gotta do as a stage presence.
Yeah.
Like a lot of even Cassidy just stepped on that scene and he go crazy, bro. Like at first I seen some of it versus Goods and I was like, nah, he alright, but then he went against him and Howler and then he's just crazy shit aiming at the heart. That's some shit too. It's like you gotta be able to think you in a competition. You know what I mean? You gotta be able to kind of level up and see how you stand against a bunch of people.
Yeah.
So that shit comes with the territory too.
I mean, I think it's good and it's bad. Because, I mean, they say don't compare yourself to others and focus on yourself. But at the same time, you want to know where you stand.
I think it's important to, I think that's how a lot of people slip up and don't see how better they can be at that.
Right.
And how they are.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I think it's healthy to be comparative, but don't place that shit on you. Because then that's when you start like, ah, damn, I gotta do it like this. Damn, he's doing it like that. That's how it becomes unoriginal.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? You just gotta kind of level it out.
Yeah.
See somebody right here, somebody right here, somebody right here. You gotta just kind of, where do you stand at?
It's a balance.
Yeah.
That shit humbles me too at the same time. Like if I listen to like Dre and like, especially with the mixes, I'd be so envious of this guy.
You mix and master your own shit too?
Yeah.
Bro, that should be getting me fucking headache.
Yeah.
That shit, bro, because I'm so good at like making something sound good, but then when it comes to numbers and like this graph and that graph, it's like, it's crazy. I like a lot of shit that just sounds good. You know?
Right.
It's easier to kind of just manipulate the sound and shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, like trying to compete with Dre on that shit is just impossible. Not impossible, but it's...
I think a lot of why he succeeded too is because nobody was doing it how he was doing it. And
Right.
he had nowhere to base it off. Like nobody was recording hip hop albums and making them sound like a digital process shit, you know?
Yeah, cause see, I'm like a big West Coast fan, right? So like, grew up on Dre and shit. So like recently, I started going to like listen to like East Coast, like back in the early '90s, East Coast.
And that's a lot of just microphone and beat and record.
Their shit sounds horrible.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't realize how good Dre was
Until you started listening to the 90s East Coast
like,
shit. Bro,
everybody's
80s East
shit
Coast
sounds
shit.
trash.
That's just all fucking record me, bro. I'm gonna record this shit over this.
Right.
Yeah, Dre took that shit to a whole nother level as far as sound goes.
I was just amazed, like, wow.
But I think Biggie picked up on that shit too. Puff picked up on that shit.
Yeah.
And they were able to kind of just make a sound out there too.
Yeah.
You know, kind of take that shit like that.
Yeah, I think Puff got a lot of influence from the West Coast.
Yeah.
I mean, Biggie's singles or like a West Coast sound.
Yeah.
If you think about it, like
Hypnotized.
Hypnotized. That's
like
the West
Tupac would
Coast.
say
That's
he
big.
taking shit, but if you listen to a lot of it, it's a lot of similarities, a lot of like blueprint takings, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were friends once, so.
And that's how it goes too. It's like you surround yourself around certain people, you're gonna gain some shit from it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Whether it's subconscious or it's conscious.
Yeah. Greatness with greatness.
Exactly. It's like, how can you put it into a formula for yourself and make it for you? You know what I mean? I think that's what Biggie did well. It's like, I could take this from him, but I could put it in my own way and I'll make that shit sound like this.
Yeah. Still, he's jacking shit. And that's like,
Man. That's how it goes. Everything's like I want to say a copy of it, but it's a lot of influence, you know?
no, for sure.
Everything takes influence.
Yeah. I feel like the East Coast, I don't know, they be lost sometimes.
I think they take a lot of pride in them starting the whole movement,
Yeah.
but the West Coast definitely stepped that shit up.
Yeah.
And the East Coast was trying to bounce back from it. But by that time, you had Oakland going crazy. You had everybody on the Bay going crazy. Everybody in Atlanta going crazy.
Right.
You know, everybody picked up the whole game and took their shit for themselves.
Right.
By the time the East Coast came back, they haven't even came back since then, though. Like, if you think about it, you know who they got? Joey Badass.
Their biggest artist is Cardi B.
Cardi B, yeah.
And she don't sound like an East Coast rapper.
She just sounds
like a South.
Yeah, low-key. But I mean, she's influenced by a lot of Migos.
Right.
Offset.
Right. So I'm saying they be lost sometimes. But they do have like Griselda, like you said, like Davies and Joey Badass doing that East Coast sound.
And that's straight East Coast sound.
Right.
You know?
Right.
A lot of people try to replicate it, but that's straight that.
Yeah. But it's not mainstream like that.
Not yet.
I think the same with West Coast though. Like we have.
It's a lot of the same shit. Draco.
But it's
Jeezy.
It's not mainstream.
Yeah.
Like I think
it's mainstream out here. You hear a lot on the radio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But as far as like somebody like Ye, somebody like Drake, somebody like Baby, Dirk, you feel me? That's mainstream.
Yeah.
Everybody listens to them on the radio.
Yeah.
Everybody knows them. It's hip hop. Royalty, you say.
Right.
Kendrick, Cole.
I'm saying like YG, I think he's switched up the style a lot.
Yeah. I used to like
be
a lot
more
of
mainstream.
I think a lot of it, I mean, I don't know. I think he's just trying to go for something else that he should have stayed away from. I think a lot of what he was working on in his core shit, solid. That's YG.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's just trying to be more mainstream, but
yeah, sometimes it don't work out for people like that. I think as far as you keep working on your sound and working on how you appeal to the masses and how you portray yourself and how you kind of just put yourself out there, that's what's gonna grow to you.
Yeah.
Like if you look at the documentary of you see how you see him with his moms, you see him with these people over here at the comedy club, at the shows, you see him interacting as a regular person. What makes that difference from you to jump to superstardom? You know, it's like, do you have it or do you not have it? And that's a lot of belief in yourself, a lot of confidence in yourself, and a lot of what creates you, how you stand out. You know, it's not easy to have all that.
Yeah.
I think it takes time too.
How confident are you?
It varies, bro. It depends. You know what I mean? Like I'm a regular ass person, but I go through my issues.
Yeah.
I mean, I got personal issues. I got day-to-day issues. So how can you stand out from it, find the balance? I feel good when I feel good. When I feel bad, I feel bad.
Yeah.
I can't change that shit. It's just a roller coaster. Everybody got roller coasters. It's like, how do you bounce back from it? You know?
Yeah.
Confidence is key though, but you don't want to be too confident to like, you think you're above everybody else. I think being humble is key, you feel me? I think a lot of that comes from the foundation you have, people you surround yourself with. I spend a lot of my time with my family, people I love, you know, close people. I don't got a big circle, but the circle I do have holds me down, you know?
For sure. It's the way to do it.
How you feeling today?
I feel good. I mean, just busy
Yeah.
all the time. Busy. I forgot about this interview, honestly.
It's all good, like that shit. That's the best of it.
Yeah, but you know we here.
Still talking about
getting it in.
So you working on videos, right?
Music video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen some of that production you be recording. Big Rock too.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy, but to be able to have a vision like that, it's talent. You come up with the blueprints yourself?
No, not usually.
No.
Cause people usually have their own ideas, and I don't like to be like,
just make it happen.
Yeah, like whatever.
Yeah.
Unless you ask me and you know we can work together on something, then yeah, let's do it.
I think that should be key in you. I think you should try to expand it like that. Like, have your hearsay. If you behind the camera and you got this clairvoyant to you, you got to be able to use that. I know a lot of people, you know, and that's to say, because a lot of artists like having control of what they put out. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's okay to have your little input in here.
No, I do. As far as like how to shoot shit or like lighting type shit, like, cause that like artists don't really know like how camera works and everything. Yeah. So I have to be like, nah, that's not gonna work, or we gotta shoot it like this.
That's key too, dog. Cause I try recording my own shit too. You gotta. Yeah. There's numbers to that shit too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like mixing and mastering a record.
Yeah.
I mean,
exposure.
That's what you be working with too. Sony.
Yeah. Sony.
It's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of Sony, a lot of Nikon, Canon. All them motherfuckers do the job. You get the right camera, you get the right angles, the right lighting and shit like that.
It's all on who's using the camera.
Mm-hmm.
You can, I mean, any camera now, you can use your phone.
It's a lot of visionary shit. I mean, you see, because I like barbering a little bit. So like any type of art, if you just practice and you know what you're doing, you'll find a way.
Yeah, you know? For sure. You just gotta want to do it.
Exactly.
Same with
practice. Don't make perfect, but it makes better results.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So like producing, like a lot of artists, you know, want to make beats and be producers, but that shit is not easy, and it takes a lot of patience, and you gotta learn.
That's one thing too, bro.
What everything does.
You gotta be patient, and you gotta take your time with shit.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're able to get something out.
Yeah.
It's because if you try to hurry shit, that goes back to like wanting something to come out the way you want it to. If you don't take your time with it and cultivate it how it should be, then it's not gonna come out.
Yeah.
But see, I see you doing clothing, I see you doing music, videos, fucking shit like that, bro. I commend you, for me. I respect.
Yeah.
I do some of that shit on my own too, and anybody that just kind of gets into different lanes and be able to kind of just prove themselves in it. It takes skill.
Yeah.
It takes will. You know.
It's just me wanting to do it.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I want to do. Like,
it's you being capable of doing shit like that.
Like, I want to make videos. Like, okay, so I'll sit there and study shit forever before I even pick up the camera. And then once I think I got it figured out, then I'll try to film some shit. And then even from there, like, it just takes time. Like, time after time.
And it's gonna take a lot of fuck ups to get it right.
Right.
But
you gotta go through it.
You gotta go through it.
Most people don't want to go through it and think you can get it the first try.
That's where a lot of people fuck up. They think they can get it to them easy. It's you gotta go. I think even personally, bro, you gotta go through hell to make it back to heaven.
Yeah.
You know? You gotta be able to learn from ground bottom to all the way come up.
Yeah.
Whether you learning something, whether you're going through something, all of that.
Yeah, because I feel like people would watch me do some shit, and because I know what I'm doing, they think it's easy.
Just try to take it for you.
Yeah, so like, I can do it. Like,
if he could do it, I can do it.
I'll do my shit. Like, go ahead. Like, you got my blessing, but I don't think it's that easy, bro. Like, I've been in there doing this shit for years and years. Like, even recording people, right? I'll have people here come to my little studio with the pad, and I'll make them sound super nice, super crispy, and they don't really see me doing much.
Yeah,
so they feel like, so they feel like I can do the same thing, and they get their home studio, and that shit sounds like garbage. And they think it's just that easy, but it 6 years.
Takes time.
Yeah.
A lot of development.
Yeah. It's easy now, but shit, it wasn't easy at the beginning.
Yeah. You don't mind me asking, how old are you?
30.
30. Yeah, it's still a lot of youth, bro.
Yeah. Just getting started.
Mm-hmm. So I was even looking at Ye's shit, and I was like, it's 2002. Dude was born in 77, 25, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It's like he didn't really drop his album until like 27, 28, shit like that didn't really start popping. Like,
Yeah.
everybody got the timetable for him, bro. It's a
Yeah.
timeline, you know? You can't rush yourself on success or you can't rush yourself on performing a certain way. Everybody has their own timeline.
Yeah. I mean, look at 2 Chainz. We didn't blow up to the
2 Chainz was Titty Boy and fucking Duffel Bag song, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was like in his 30s when he finally blew up.
yeah.
So it's.
What was his album, True Life or some shit like that? That it really started kicking it off for him?
Yeah. The True. Yeah, bro. I mean, they say it's for the youth, which it is. It's a young man's game, but you can still.
If you got it, you got it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I felt when I was a lot younger, I was hoping it'd come to me. I was hoping my fucking rise to stardom or some shit would happen immediately.
Yeah.
Now I'm seeing, like, I had to go through a lot of shit to really realize what I'm worth, what I'm about. I had to learn myself, and I had to understand, like, what am I really going for. You know what I mean? I used to think the money, the fame, all that shit was gonna make me happy.
Mm.
You can have all that and still go through your own shit personally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going through probably the worst shit I've gone through in my life, and I'm able to rise above it.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because I'm very settled. I'm very ground level. And the shit that keeps me spirited is my art, whether it's music, whether it's pieces that I make for clothing, whether it's shit, an NFT I drop, an umbrella I drop. That shit makes me feel whole, you feel me? It makes me feel like I'm doing something, it makes me feel like I'm worth something.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the only shit that really means something is the people you got around you, the way they respect you, the way you respect them, and the shit you build for yourself in the future. You know what I mean? A lot of the shit I worry about is in the past. I don't know why I do that to myself. A lot of shit that you gotta focus on is in the present and shit you're building for the future.
Yeah. Bro, I be feeling like a worthless piece of shit when I get creative block. Like when I can't make nothing, I feel like, what am I doing? Like I ain't worth shit.
Yeah, and it'll bring you down. It'll make you like question yourself, question shit. Like it'll make you feel like shit. I feel you. I understand you 100%, bro. Because I be in that mood all the time too. Like damn, I know I'm capable of doing this, but I don't do it. Yeah. It's like, but then that's when you just sit back and like, okay, let me take my time with it. Let me feel it all, and let me just try to produce something when I'm feeling okay. Yeah. And you gotta take time to be okay, because not everybody's gonna be good from Monday to Sunday. Right. You know what I mean? Some shit happens on Tuesday, you get over it on Thursday. Yeah. Gotta take your time with it, bro. Yeah. Like, the days go by so fast, but you gotta just sit back and let that shit happen.
Mm-hmm. You try to put like a lot of that shit in your music?
What do you mean?
Like all the shit you just talk about?
Yeah. I think when people listen to my music, they get a sense of me. Yeah. Like what I go through in my life, how I think, what I want to put out about myself. You feel me? I think I won't say that a lot of the shit that comes out is like to portray something. I think a lot of my art is expression of myself. Right. I think that's key for me, is like, that makes me feel better about myself, is I'm able to be transparent to the people. Yeah. You know? Yeah. I feel like that's how I could get somebody's attention, is if they really get to understand who I am. Yeah. You got it, bro. That's basically what it's all about, you know? That's all it is, bro. It's because life is crazy, bro. It makes you feel like you gotta hide who you are to really succeed in something. Mm-hmm. You never gotta do that. You never gotta stoop low to feel like you could overcome something. You could overcome something by just being yourself and really going through it. A lot of people like to go around it. Mm-hmm. But all it takes is strength, bro. Strength, confidence. Yeah. Just see, for me, even on my worst days, I gotta keep my head high, my chest out.
Yeah. For me, like, I don't smoke, I don't drink, so like I'm sober all the time.
How does that make you feel?
So like I have no escape, right? Most
Yeah.
people like they like to drink or like to get high, smoke to escape the feeling that they're feeling. But I gotta take that shit straight up. I gotta deal with the emotions.
And I took 4 months off of smoking, and I took 3 months off of drinking. And when you're sober, you get more control of how you react and how you move. You know.
Yeah.
For me, I think now when I smoke and when I drink, I have to have full consciousness and know how I'm moving, how I'm interacting, how I'm holding myself up.
Right.
So regardless if I'm feeling influenced by something else, I gotta be able to be myself.
Right.
I think that's the only way you have full control of yourself is when you under influence, when you're not under influence, when you hurt, when you're strong, when you're happy, when you're confident. All of that, you gotta be yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's kind of one of the reasons I don't do it, because I don't want something else
To hinder you.
influencing me to do what I don't usually do.
And that was a lot of my fear too, because like sometimes I won't want to smoke out of fear. Out of I might think this way, I might react this way, I might act a way. You know, I might not want to drink because I'm for the same reasons. But it's just about how potent are you, how strong are you mentally, you know.
You're sober when you do music, or
Sometimes.
You get a different
Previous
outcome?
sessions, I've smoked a little bit. Previous to that, I would drink a little bit. But for the moments I was sober, I would do it sober. And a lot of that shit I would put out, you know. But for me, it's like I listen to some music now that I did 2 years ago, a year ago, and I'll take it out. Why? Because it undermines my value now.
Yeah.
I might think it don't resonate with how I am today. Or it might not feel good as it did that day, you know. And then that goes back to you having control of your shit, you know. You might put something out, shit might be good to you at this moment. 2 years later, you might not fuck with it no more.
Yeah.
That's the power of the person.
But I like to let it sit. See the growth.
Yeah.
Like, that was me, but now I'm this. And you see the difference.
I see that too, but I think it goes to a personal level. Like for me, I like doing that just because what I present out is a timeless thing. Like, if it wasn't for the internet or if it wasn't for saving shit, you'd have that moment and that moment will pass. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So I fade that out. Like that, maybe that wasn't there that moment. You feel me? Same thing I would think about life is like you pass away, you only have those memories of it. You only have the people that are close to it and they hold on to it. Same with my pieces. I have it, I hold on to it, I knew that was there. You don't gotta be there no more.
Yeah, I feel it.
This is different, you feel me? I still have music from 2017 up. But that's just because fucking why not, you know?
Yeah.
I might have songs from 2021 down. That's just cause fuck it.
Yeah.
And you can put it back up, you can take it down whenever you want. See, that's what I like a lot about being independent. You know? I think it's strong to the person to be independent. I think a lot of the labels, cause I think once you meet A&Rs, you meet managers, you meet people that know these people that have connections here and there, you might think this is the way to do it.
Right.
When you have full control and power of what you do, that makes you even stronger in the game, you know?
I think nowadays that's the best way to stay. Because, I mean, what do you need the label for, honestly?
All you're gonna do is give you money and get it right back.
Yeah. It's really for
the best thing you can do is take a loan out for yourself, invest it, bring it back into it, pay it like that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're building your credit up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's all it is to it, bro.
It's more for the fame now.
Yeah.
Than anything.
That's the only thing they could do for you is put you in a higher ranking.
Right.
That don't mean shit if everything you're doing before was nothing just to catapult you into that.
Yeah.
If I were to blow up now, everything I did before, I'm gonna hold that shit with me.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I were to blow up by myself and everything that I got in my power and my people that I know close to me, that's all we run with.
Yeah.
Anybody else can't say I did this for you, I did that for you.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to do that shit for yourself and carry the people that help you get there. You know, that's some shit that I seen off of this episode of the Ye shit too. Is he had left he left Cootie for recording this whole shit for the first time. That's not some shit I do. You feel me? If somebody help you get to where you at, they got all the right to be right there with you.
Yeah.
You know, that's not a lot of people's mentality though.
Yeah. I mean, shit changes.
That's the thing too. Is like, how much will you change to feel better by yourself by saying, I need this, I need that? Why can't you do that with the people that help you get there?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, if you were able to get that far, you could go farther.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't gotta go over here and reach over here. You could do that shit with the strength of your own foundation.
Yeah.
Your own community.
Yeah.
Feel me? That's why a lot of people I do music with are people I know personally. People I met face to face. A lot of projects I do is people I know, talk to.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, whenever people start acting like they're better or like they do shit like on their own, not acknowledging like people actually help you out, I kind of just fall back like, alright, like then do it on your own then.
Exactly. And that goes back to like burning bridges. Like I think, and then you learn from it too, because there's a lot of bridges that I burnt that I wish I would have just kept straight, but a lot of that shit goes out the window off of pride and ego. How can you learn from that? You hold that shit with you. Like, all that pride and ego don't do nothing but hurt you at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know? It loses people close to you. It loses foundation. It loses traction with you. Like, my connection with you could be built off of me genuinely fucking with you and you genuinely fucking with me.
Right.
But if it goes to anything else and it's like, you know, we're just right here for a partnership shit.
Right. Right.
I like it when it's very close connection.
Yeah, I try to keep my circle small and like mainly just family. But like that's all you really need.
And that's you. You feel me? That's your tribe.
Right.
Like back in the days, Indians used to stay in one location. You know, out here in Mexico, have one location, just them, that tribe.
Yeah.
Somebody comes try to interact with it, it's you guys against them.
Yeah. Like, who was you?
Yeah, you feel me? But I think for me personally, I can feel out energy. I'm a very energetic person.
Yeah.
Not energetic, but I can feel energy.
Yeah.
You know, and you always want what you give out.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think if you put that out there in the air, only blessings come if you're good and genuinely good, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. All the time. Well, shit, you gotta pretty much wrap it up there. You say you're working on a project.
Only God knows why.
Yeah, only God knows why.
Yeah.
12 tracks.
12 tracks.
So like
I'm
summertime?
Hoping,
right?
I'm hoping summertime.
Right.
You know, I can never say I can ever put a stamping on it, but I'm hoping by summertime. August maybe, September maybe. And if shit comes sooner, shit comes later, then so be it. But, you know, I'm putting more heart into it. I think a lot of me will be resonated into it, and I'm just hoping for more moves for everybody, you know?
Yeah.
That's love. Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for the resources. Thank you for having me come talk. Communicating with me, conversation. It's love, bro. Appreciate that.
Yeah, sure.
There it is.
Follow him. 12 Notes Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Peace out.